Hello again, all Life Path number 4s. This is your March reading for the whole of March for 2019. I've kept the same spread. All I've done is the cards that I usually use for the main reading. What I've done is I've used my pendulum to pick the cards, which cards I'm going to use. I have maybe 8 decks, but it told me to use this one for the main message for March. I kind of understand why now. This is the 4th video I've done today, and it's just suddenly occurred to me why we're using the angel cards, or the guardian angel cards. So this is the handbook that goes with it, so it's the Guardian Angel Tarot cards. And I've got one angel card here, so this is the angel that you can call on for the month of March, if I can speak properly. So yeah, that's the handbook that goes with it. So these are the angel cards that will give us an extra message or information, or we can call on this angel anytime during the month of March. Why I feel that we're using these cards instead of my usual gilded tarot cards is because of the new moon. So I'll go straight into the new moons and full moons. We've got a new moon on the 7th of March in the sign of Pisces, which is a water sign. And with Pisces being a water sign, they are very deep, emotional people. And they can sink to the depths of despair, basically. I don't mean that in a negative way, but there's a lot of water energy, which means emotions. Water's always an emotional sort of element, so that's why I think my guides have said to use these cards for the month of March. So that's for the new moon on the 7th of March. We also now have a full moon on the 21st of March in the sign of Libra, which is an air sign. Air signs are all about mental activity, being up in your head, communicating conversations you can have in your head. It's also, Libra is the sign of balance, which it's the only sign in the zodiacs that's actually depicted not as an animal but as a machine, a mechanism. If you even the scales of justice sort of type thing, it's an animate item, and generally it can mean that we need a bit of balance in our life. So that's around about the full moon on the 21st of March. But anyway, there's just a little bit of why I say, even though I do life path readings, the astrological side of it as well comes into play. We're all under that same influence, so we're all going to be going through a new moon in Pisces and a full moon in Libra. So it's about relationships with Libra as well. Any and all of those. So on a new moon you would set your intentions. On a full moon you do your forgiveness and gratitude list, which you can all find on my website or my page, how to do a new moon intention list and the full moon forgiveness and gratitude list. So I'll just go over the placements of the cards. So this is your past, your present, your future, your best path to follow, your environment, your hopes and dreams, and your final outcome card. And this card in the middle is the overall theme of the main spread. Every card pulls off of this middle card. At the end of your outcome card, I will also pull 3 clarifying cards, and I will read the angel card out of the book at the end of the main reading. So now we'll get straight into your reading. We always pull the middle card first, and this is the 10 of action. So this is your main card overall, and I'll read what it says at the bottom. You're working too hard. The angels are asking you to find a healthy balance between your career and your personal life. Be willing to ask for help from others in order to lighten your load so that you can take better care of yourself. Straining to make others happy can be harmful to your health. Very, very true. Sometimes we need to step back and help ourselves. But anyway, we'll see what these other cards have to say around that one. But that's just a little indication that you need to look after yourself in March, more so than other people, and find a balance between your work and your home life, and be willing to ask others for help in order to lighten the load. So we'll go into your past card here, which is the Healer of Emotion. It's that card there. So this card's going from the end of February into the beginning of March. And it says on the bottom, this is the time to follow your heart and feel the fullness of your emotions. You may feel so compelled to nurture others that you forget to care about yourself. Here we go again with this card here. So I'll read that bit again. You may feel so compelled to nurture others that you forget to care for yourself. Flashes of intuition provide you with incredible insights. You or another person is a kind, tender-hearted, loving and trustworthy friend. So that's going from the end of February into March. So another one that's referring to taking care of yourself instead of nurturing everybody else. It says there, you've forgotten to take care of yourself. So make sure that you are taking care of yourself as well as others. You can add yourself into the mix there. We'll go to your present card, which is the Three of Thought. And that's the card there. So it reads at the bottom, loving angels surround you to heal and comfort you. The sadness you feel will fade away in time, and then you'll be able to see clearly how important this situation has been for your spiritual growth. Take the time you need to forgive yourself and others so that you can embrace the future with joy. So there's basically it's a healing card as well. Taking that time to heal basically from here. You may just have to have a little bit of healing done. Can be another message for this card. But we're going to carry on because it says here the sadness you feel will fade away in time, and then you'll be able to see clearly how important the situation has been in your spiritual growth. So whatever situation you've been going through, it could be that you're actually not taking too good a care of yourself, too much in other people's helping other people, caring for other people. Remember, these are general readings, but I'm going to carry on to your future card here because we can see. I forgot to turn my music on, but that's okay. We can do that now. Even caring for yourself, you can play chakra healing music at night while you sleep. You can play sleep meditation music. Maybe you're not sleeping well enough. Maybe, thoughts are keeping you up at night. It could even be that. So we'll go into your future card and see what it has to say. Five of Abundance is the future card for you. And it says, there are times when everyone needs a hand. Your angels want you to know that you needn't go through your current challenge alone. Accept the help from those around you. The situation you're experiencing is temporary. This may not be the right time to become self-employed, and be patient. So that's your future card. And it's still depicting, it's still coming in to say that, you need to ask for a little bit of help maybe. Maybe your workload's too much. Your angels want you to know that you needn't go through this current challenge alone. Accept the help of those around you. The situation you're experiencing is temporary. So just remember, this is a temporary phase. So definitely, fives are always, being that that's a 5, I'm going back to numerology here, 5 is a scattered energy as well. So maybe you're scattering yourself a little bit, especially in a 3-year that we're in at the moment. A lot of organisation and planning needs to go into the months in this year. Basically, it's not leaving any tasks undone. If you start a task, finish it. Don't jump into the next task and think, oh, well, I haven't got time to go back to the task I was originally doing. Things like that. It's like a scattered energy. You might think you're accomplishing a lot by doing 3 or 5 different things at one time, but generally you'll find things will be a lot smoother if you do one thing at a time and then move on to the next thing, onto the next thing, onto the next thing. Finish what you start can also be a message with this card, being that it's a 5. I'm just looking at the overall cards and trying to get, there's not really one clear message here other than, it's time to start looking after yourself. You're very good at looking after other people, especially being a life path number 4. But you also need to incorporate yourself into this scenario now. You need to look after your own health, your own well-being, and definitely schedule in some me time. I'm going to go now to your best path to follow, and it's the 7 of Thought. And if you can have a look at that card there, this is a girl that's actually fallen asleep on the seat. So maybe it is a sleep that you need, or a little bit more sleep, or a little bit more time out. So I'll read what it says on the bottom. It says, you've been confused about a situation in your life, and now suddenly everything is completely clear to you. Whether the truth was revealed by your angels, disclosed by a friend, or discovered on your own, it feels great to be awake and aware. Feel free to ask for time alone if that is what you need. So there you go. It is all about, I think, your health. Sometimes when we get into situations where we work with a lot of people, you can pick up a lot of energy of other people as well. And, excuse me, especially maybe even bringing, having a salt bath with some candles in it, or even a salt shower. If you use your salt crystals, you can use them in a shower too. You can do an exfoliation with salt crystals if you don't have a bath to use. I know a lot of places in that they have spas and all that sort of type thing. Just schedule in a little bit of time for yourself, even if it's a pedicure or whatever. You need that downtime, you need that me time. But like that card said at the bottom here, feel free to ask for time alone if that's what you need. So you're not going to offend anybody by spending a little bit more time on yourself and with yourself. Just to be with your thoughts. This is the 7 of Thoughts. You've got the 3 of Thoughts here. It's all about your thoughts. Especially, like I said, that this full moon's in the sign of Libra, which is an air sign. Maybe that is why you need to, think a little bit more deeper about something, about a situation. But, like it says, you've been confused about a situation in your life. Now suddenly everything is clear to you. And the only way to get things clear is to spend that time by yourself, and away from other people sometimes. You can also bring in crystals and things like that to help you, especially at night for sleeping. Amethyst. This thing here is a great big large amethyst crystal. Bring things like that into your bedroom at night, like crystals. It doesn't have to be that size. Even just a small piece, and put it underneath your pillow or beside your bed. Things like this. Also for clear thought, you can, I'll turn it on and off for you. This one here is a selenite crystal lamp. It's good for clearing negative energy, sleeping with something like that. Just behind here I've got a selenite wand, very good for clearing, be it clearing your crystals or clearing yourself. I'll go now to your overall environment, and we have the Messenger of Abundance. So that's that card there, and I'll read what it says, and this is the overall what's going on. So the Messenger of Abundance. Wonderful news regarding your career. A new job, a promotion, the acceptance into an excellent school comes into your life. You might feel ready to do something that's challenging and fulfilling. This situation may involve someone who's fun to be around and someone mischievous. This person, who may be you, is youthful, optimistic, and very clever. So that's in your environment. Like it says here, you might hear news of a promotion. The acceptance into an excellent school. You might be ready to do something more challenging and fulfilling. So this could be a step up in your career, in your job that you're presently doing. You might have just changed jobs and they find that you're better at it than what they thought, which means they might put you in a different field. There's a lot of scenarios with this one, but you know, it's a messenger of abundance, so it just means more abundance is coming in as well. So that is your environment. We'll go now into your hopes and fears, and it's a very good card, Ace of Emotions. So aces are always new beginnings, and that being a hope or a fear. You might be fearing a new beginning, or you might be hoping for a new beginning, but being emotions, it's a Cups card. So we'll just read what it says. All the aces in this pack of cards are always cherubs instead of angels. And it's got, this cherub is announcing a wonderful new emotional experience is coming into your life. You may meet someone new who makes your heart flutter, or your current relationship will experience a reawakening. It's also possible that your intuitive abilities will be greatly increased by your open heart. So that's a pretty good card. You've got a new beginning. It could be your relationships, things like that. Maybe taking this time out away from, you know, everyone else and just looking after yourself has made you, you know, put a bit more sparkle into your relationship. It could be a relationship at work even. But definitely, as you've got the healer of emotion here, your emotions, your thoughts, everything's being brought into balance. This Five of Abundance here, your finances, all that sort of thing. But like being a five, you know, you've been a little bit scattered sort of type thing, but it's all coming into balance with a new beginning here. I'm going to go now to your overall card or your final outcome card is the Six of Action, which is that one there. And I've just noticed something, you've got no major arcana cards in your spread, which is pretty good. So I think you can quite comfortably cruise for a little bit. So we'll just read this one, Six of Action. What a wonderful experience for you. Your project is a total success, bringing awards, promotions and other recognition for your efforts. Well done. If someone who can help you offers assistance, know that this person is heaven sent and say yes. So there might be a person around. I think there was another card that suggested there might be a person around too that you can call on for help, to delegate work to, whatever the case may be. But definitely this is quite a good card to get. As it says here, you know, it's a total success, bringing awards, promotions and other recognition for your efforts. Well done. So pat yourselves on the back, guys. But definitely I think you've been maybe overworking a little bit, but definitely you need that time out, a little bit of time out. You can still do generally what you've been doing, but it's also now saying you need to incorporate yourself into being taken care of, sort of type thing. You've got to take a little bit of time for yourself. It could be also doing that. You might get a promotion, like I said down here, a messenger of abundance. That also refers to a promotion or the acceptance into an excellent school. So being that it's an abundance card, it's going in a line here. You've got the abundance card, you've got a new beginning, and you've got a card saying, what a wonderful experience for you. Your project is a total success. So whatever your path is in life, it's going to be a success. But anyway, we will pull 3 more clarifying cards, please, on the Six of Action. And I'll take that card. We have the Ten of Emotion. We have the Three of Abundance. And we have finally a one major arcana card, and that's the last card I pulled, which is Fair Decision. So we'll start with this one, the Ten of Emotions, which is usually the Ten of Cups. Well, it is the Ten of Cups, but on this card, it's called the Ten of Emotions. It says, life is blessing you with a wonderful and loving family. Great happiness and emotional fulfillment are now on the horizon. Harmony with those you love is assured. By offering forgiveness, understanding and kindness to others, you're rewarded with unconditional love. So isn't that a beautiful saying, a beautiful card? So that kind of is going in that sort of line with that card. That, you know, it's just another pat on the back that, you know, saying that, you know, you've reached another level. Your family, home life, everything is sort of coming into order now. But to get it into order, you've got to start looking after yourself. There's a saying, if you don't look after yourself, you can't look after everybody else. So just remember that one. So then the next card was the Three of Abundance. This is also on this card here, the Three of Thought. And it says, your passions will lead to your divine life purpose, and do what you love and have confidence in your talents. Learn everything there is to know about your interest by taking classes, getting a mentor, or teaming up with like-minded people. Allow your creativity to soar. I just had another little thought on that too. This time out, it could also be doing, you know, a hobby that you like, or something like that, to take time out. Not necessarily, men won't go to a spa or anything like that, but it can also be doing like a hobby. So that's just something that I picked up with this card here. But definitely, you know, this could be now your life purpose, which basically, you know, even this card over here, It's a new beginning, a new emotional beginning. Your passion will lead you to your divine life purpose. So life purpose is a big thing. Most of us don't get to do our life purpose, or don't even know what direction our life purpose is. We just carry on the treadmill and see where we end up. But you all got you at the moment. You're on your life purpose. You're on your life path. So we have our only major arcana card, and it's depicted by a beautiful looking horse, and it's the number 8, and it's called Fair Decisions. Your angels, I'm just going to read down the bottom here. Your angels are aware that you have concerns, but be assured that there is nothing to worry about. Stand your ground and know the heaven is shining its divine light upon the situation, and all is being healed. Take the time to review all details thoroughly. Forgiveness will bring peace to everyone involved. So there's another one about forgiveness. So around that 21st, make sure you do your forgiveness and gratitude list. The more that you can forgive life events, people, situations, and be grateful for those life events, situations, and people, the more that you will attract in. It's called the law of attraction. But definitely the angels are shining a light on where you need to go and what you need to be doing. Like they said in this card, your angels are aware of concerns that you have, but hand your concerns over to your angels and let them handle it. If you have concerns that you cannot handle, it's always a good idea to give it up to the angels. There's a little thing that you can actually do is imagine a concern or a worry as a colourful balloon and let it float up and into the ethers sort of type thing, and that way your angels will be able to help you. But like I say, we all have free will, and unless you ask, angels cannot help you. But also it says here the situation and all is being healed. So maybe it's you that needs the healing, or the situation. So definitely, guys, this is about you healing, taking time out, because if you are not healed, you can't heal anybody else. You can't look after them. You can, but you're the one that will be affected. Even if it's that, it means your job, whatever, your children, other people in your life. Just for this month, you need to put yourself first. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to take a drink of water. It's a lot of talking when you're doing these videos. Okie dokie. Clear as mud? Of course. We're going to go now into your angel card, and we got the Angel of Clairsentience. And it's that card there, if you can see. And it's a number 11. So somewhere around the 11th or the 2nd, something can happen around those times too. With these cards, I always go by the number on the card. 9 times out of 10, I'm usually right. Something happens around the 2nd or the 11th. But anyway, I will read this one out of the book. And it says, Angel of Clairsentience, the feelings you are receiving are correct. Your gift of clairsentience is guiding you. You have received this card because your Angel of Clairsentience wants to assist you in reconnecting and understanding your gift of clairsentience. You may receive messages via your clairsentience on a daily basis. However, you don't always understand or utilize the guidance to your full potential. Your Angel of Clairsentience is here to help you reawaken your built-in spiritual GPS system. The messages you receive will come in the form of a gut feeling, inner knowing, physical sensation, or empathy for others. How many times when you have met somebody has a little warning gone off in your stomach telling you that you can't trust this person? You ignore the feeling only to discover later that the initial warning was correct. Have you ever been offered a new job or your inner GPS system told you that this is not for you, even though the money is great and it seems to be your dream job? Once again, you decided to ignore this feeling and discovered that the work was highly stressful and not at all what you were promised it would be. Your angel of clairsentience is here to help you trust your feelings so that you don't make mistakes. You don't keep making the same mistakes. She wants you to make decisions based on how you feel instead of overthinking the situation. Once you welcome her guidance into your life, you will learn how to live within your own spiritual vortex. Remember, if something doesn't feel right, stop, take the time to see how this feeling is affecting your body. If you have the impulse to be sick when you think about it, this is an indication that you should not proceed. On the other hand, if you feel happy, excited, and euphoric when you think of the decision, this is an indication that you should proceed. So, and that's the angel of clairsentience, and like I said, you can call on her, you need to call on her, as in we all have free will and they cannot step in to help unless you ask for their help. There's another way with clairsentience, when you're making decisions, deciphering right from wrong, whatever. If it feels right, you feel light. If it feels wrong for you, you feel heavy. You feel, you don't feel so great. So just become aware. It's a very good tool to use in life if you're making a decision. Excuse me. Those sorts of feelings. If you feel good about a situation, even after a couple of days, it's the right thing to do. If you don't feel so good about it, if you feel heavy or negative, it's not the right thing for you. Anyway, pretty good reading, guys. Look after yourselves. Definitely your GPS system will be working overtime, I think, especially when it comes to certain people. You can either trust them or not trust them, but definitely a lot of the messages is about you taking care of yourself so you can take care of other people. Even going back to your centre card here, you're working too hard. The angels are asking you to find a healthy balance between your career and personal life. Be willing to ask for help from others in order to lighten the load so that you can take better care of yourself. Straining to make others happy can be harmful to your health. And we'll leave that reading there. So if you need any more assistance, you can always book a personal reading with me from my page, Sun Moon Tarot and Numerology, my website, which is sunmoontarot.co.nz, or I'm also putting these videos now on YouTube under the same name, Sun Moon Tarot and Numerology. So I'll be back to do the mid-month readings around about the 15th of March. So until then, take care and look after yourselves so you can look after everyone else. And we will talk soon.